Hello and welcome to the review show for the Championship and League One for this weekend. I hope you enjoy this review show from some big games in the Championship this weekend and League One too. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video, and let's just get straight into it as always. So we start with Crawley 1, Reading 1. Reading really should have won this game, but they threw it away in the last minute with Camara scoring for Crawley, and yeah, good point for Crawley, but it's not going to get their survival hopes up for this one because, I mean, they're just not going to stay up at the end of the day. They just don't have enough firepower up front. Panucci, Camara scoring in the last minute. Decent little finish. Crawley had the stats in this one to win this, but Reading gave them a very difficult test, as they always do to teams in League One. Yeah, this is poor from Reading because they've got some good results in the past, and it seems to be like they've slipped off a little bit recently. But yeah, they're a bit inconsistent, as a lot of teams are in this league. And yeah, this is good point for Crawley. They go nowhere. They just moved to 30 points, 9 points off safety. Reading just are in that playoff mix in around 8th place. But yeah, Crawley 1, Reading 1. Stockport 0, Charlton 0. A good game for both defences in this one, which you could say this game screamed goals, couldn't you? But it really didn't in the end. And Stockport will be a bit disheartened they haven't won this game, to be honest. I mean, Charlton are a very good side under Nathan Jones, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Stockport will be a bit disappointed. They haven't won this with the stats they've had. 2 big chances missed, but also Charlton having big chances, but only having 4 shots on goal as a result. But yeah, Charlton restricted them to chances, and then Stockport also restricted Charlton to chances due to the stats. Stockport, I don't think will get top 2 now, unfortunately for them, but yeah, they can be happy with their efforts. I mean, they'll be in the playoffs comfortably and see if they can go up. Hopefully Wrexham don't get to the top 2. But yeah, Stockport with a decent point. Charlton move onwards. Both going to be in the playoffs by the looks of it. So yeah, Stockport 0, Charlton 0, and they might be in the playoffs. A very, very bizarre result as Blackpool beat Barnsley by 3-0 in this one. And yeah, Barnsley, I'm not sure what went on here, because after their decent form, you thought, oh yeah, they're going to be great. But I mean, Sonny Carey, what a game he had yesterday, scoring a brace for Blackpool, man of the match. As usual, Steve Bruce's team very good value for their win. 2.6 on the XG, 18 shots, 6 on target, 5 big chances created. Very, very good result for Steve Bruce's side here. And Blackpool be very happy with this win, and they are closing in on Barnsley a little bit now. Only 4 points behind them. Could Blackpool? Yes, they're 12 points off the playoffs. They're not going to get in. But yeah, very good win for Blackpool. Barnsley's top 6. They're not even going to get in the top 6, as delusional as their fans may be. But yeah, good result for Blackpool, and they move onwards. And Steve Bruce, maybe an outside chance of the playoffs now. Could they get in there? Let's see. Barnsley 0, Blackpool 3. Birmingham 1, Lincoln 0. Another team has tried to go to St Andrews and not play football and just get a scrappy point, try and nick a goal on the counter-attack. But Birmingham deserved the win. They only scored from a penalty. Kieran Dow from the spot, very good penalty into the top left-hand corner, the goalkeeper's left-hand corner, off the net. Birmingham, good value for the win. 70%, 4% possession, 2.9 XG, 30 shots compared to Lincoln 6. 0 shots on target. Brian Alsop could have had a deck chair out. Yeah, brilliant from Birmingham. Every player averaging above 7, apart from Emil Hansen, which I thought was one of our better players, but obviously not. He was probably quite poor. Lincoln, Michael Skabala, what did he come for? A draw, probably. But yeah, Birmingham, definitely after that blip against Bolton, are definitely well on their way for promotion. Lincoln stay mid-table. So yeah, Birmingham beat Lincoln comfortably. Bristol Rovers 1, Huddersfield 0. A goal in the 10th minute from Raul Satiri, putting Bristol Rovers into the lead in this one. Pressure has to be on Michael Duff now, doesn't it? Now outside of the playoffs, you could definitely see Huddersfield slipping into the slipping out of the playoffs, because there's 4 better teams than them, and it is quite literally Wrexham, Wycombe, Stockport, Charlton, Bolton. I even think Reading could be better than them. But yeah, Huddersfield, outside the playoffs, are they even going to make it in now? They were looking for top 2 after Christmas, but now, come March, they're nowhere near the top 2. They're 10 points off it. They've got Wrexham and Wycombe both have a game in hand on them, and they're nowhere near. As for Bristol Rovers, this is a brilliant win for Calderon and his side, and Soterio, the star man, getting the goal. Yeah, Bristol Rovers well clear now and looking good as 6 points clear. But yeah, very good. And Bristol Rovers will move on and hopefully, well, should stay up now with that. So yeah, Bristol Rovers 1-0 and puts more pressure on Mike Duff. Burton 1, Bolton 2. Big result for Stephen Schumacher's side, and they continue their imperious form in League One. Burton got a goal back via Sweeney, but then Sheehan put them back in front. Josh Sheehan put Bolton back in front for Stephen Schumacher's side. They are a very good bet. I mean, they're only, 8 points off Wycombe now. This is, well, Bolton keep winning. And yeah, I think Bolton could be in the Championship next year, really could. They'll catch Wycombe, and Wrexham are bound to drop points somewhere with the style of their football. Yeah, they've bumped Huddersfield out of the playoffs, so who says they can't bump Wycombe or Wrexham out the top 2? Yeah, Bolton, very good value for their win here. But Burton actually had more shots, but Bolton were more clinical instead. An absolute peach of a goal from Sheehan in the 60th minute. Burton pretty much scored on the goal line. But yeah, good win for Bolton, and they are chasing those automatic spots now, aren't they? After sacking Ian Everett, Schumacher, great appointment. Exeter 2, Shrewsbury 0. Good win for Exeter City in this one. Shrewsbury were really poor in this one. I mean, Exeter had more of the shots. Shrewsbury didn't have any big chance. They didn't score any of them, and they are really missing John Marquis up front after his 3-game ban. I think he'll be back in the next couple. Yeah, good win. Exeter, just very good value. I mean, they'll be fine, I think, now. 40 points, 7 points clear. Still, if Burton can pick up, they're still going to be in that fight, I think. And all of the top 3 for Exeter doing something, but Josh McGuinness also missing a penalty for Exeter City there, as you can see. And then Caleb Watts tapped it in on the rebound. I think it was Southampton, could be wrong. Yeah, Jamal Blackman having a good game for Shrewsbury, but they're down. Shrewsbury are gone, unfortunately. Ainsworth has done his best to keep them up, but yeah, hasn't worked out, unfortunately, as Exeter beat Shrewsbury by 2-0. Leyton Orient 1, Northampton 2. Not sure what's going on with Richie Wellens' side at the moment. Keep losing. Their playoff hopes have dialed out completely. Northampton, however, very good win. Tyler Roberts finally back from injury and amongst the goals for Northampton in this one. They've got enough players to keep them in this division. Fosu, Roberts will keep them up because I know what Tyler Roberts can do. Yeah, they've got Costello up front who can be a baller sometimes, and Taylor in the midfield, Perry. Hoskins, they'll be fine, Northampton. They've got a good enough drilled side, and we go to them next week, so that will be a test. I think that'll be a really hard game away at Northampton, considering what they did to us back in November. Yeah, very good win. Leyton Orient's playoff hopes, yeah, forget about them. Or, well, they need to start picking up. Since the City game, they've just been really out of form, haven't they? Since they played Birmingham and Man City, took everything out of them. They need to get back to playing winning ways, Leyton Orient, because they aren't doing well. Now, Northampton, 8 points clear of the drop. They'll be fine. Good win. Move on. Northampton beat Leyton Orient in a shock win. Peterborough 1, Wycombe 1. More dropped points for Wycombe Wanderers. And yeah, well, Richard Kone grabbing a last-minute.com equaliser after the Mothersill penalty in the 16th minute. He seems to be back amongst the golders, Richard Kone. And yeah, he's definitely chasing that golden boot down, isn't he, with Jay Stansfield. And yeah, Wycombe, very good value. I think probably could have won this game maybe on another day, so could have Peterborough. But Darren Ferguson's side in absolutely splendid form, aren't they? So yeah, this will be Birmingham's game at Wembley, Peterborough. So yeah, don't take them lightly because they can cause an upset or two. Yeah, Kone getting the goal. Udo, they've got a very good team. They're attacking. They just need to improve their defensive frailties that they've got at the back. They've still got Adam Reach at the back. Grimmer. I mean, the centre backs aren't very good, but yeah, decent point, fair point, whatever. As Wycombe drop more points in the top two race. Stevenage won, Mansfield won, a battle of the mid-table clashes, and yeah, I think this is a fair point looking at the stats. 6 shots to 8, Mansfield again. Creating enough chances to win this game, and they're just I don't know what happens. They're just not clinical enough. And Mansfield under Nigel Clough. There's still no who is it? Gregory. Lee Gregory, but they've completely changed the lineup up here. They've got Dwyer up top, apparently Bowery on the right. It's a confusing lineup, really is, from Nigel Clough. And yeah, I mean, they're fine. I think Mansfield will be all right. The amount of chances they create, they'll be absolutely fine this season. I remember Birmingham were rumoured with Nigel Clough once. I wonder how that would have gone. I don't think that would have gone that badly, to be honest. But as we speak, Stevenage defence again, both on top. Piergianni and Sweeney, absolute rock solid defenders for this league, brilliant for the league. And yep, Stevenage stay mid-table while Mansfield get another point and stay 8 points clear of the drop. Wigan 1, Cambridge 0. Good result for Wigan, and yeah, they'll be fine this season now. You would imagine after beating Cambridge by a 0 yesterday afternoon. Stats wise, they weren't amazing, but they were good enough, and that's all you need to be in this league. And Cambridge actually had the more chances under Neil Harris, and but Wigan scrappy 1-0, grinded out, and yeah, good win for Wigan, and they'll just propel up to mid-table where they are now, 43 points, 10 points clear of drop, not going down. As for Cambridge, yeah, that's them gone, I think, under Neil Harris, unfortunately. Again, they're showing fight. Shrewsbury have shown fight. Crawley showing a bit of fight. Cambridge showing a bit of fight. Burton showing a bit of fight. But at the end of the day, they are 3-4 really poor sides in this league. But yeah, yeah, good result for Wigan. Scrappy 1-0, grinded out. They'll be fine this season by the looks of it. Wrexham 1, Rotherham 0. Another lucky win for Wrexham as they grinded out once again with Sam Smith scoring, the man from Reading who they signed, don't forget. He scored and got his debut first goal for Wrexham. Correct me if I'm wrong, Wrexham fans. But yeah, Rotherham actually had more shots in this game again. Wrexham, they need to up it for the Championship if they're going to do this and get out of this league, because they've got the players, they've got the team. They need better players, better manager in Phil Parkinson. I don't think Phil Parkinson is Championship quality manager, because you look at him and see what he did at Bolton, and it did work out. They got absolutely spanked every week. So yeah, but that was a while ago. So hopefully he could change it up, maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah, Wrexham good win, level on points with Wycombe. I think they might genuinely, they might overtake them, but I think it's going to be between Wrexham, Bolton, and Wycombe. If Wycombe can hang on in there, they're going to have to keep getting the Richard Kone lastminute.com winners and equalisers to stay in that top two race. But yeah, good win for Wrexham. They move onwards. As for Rotherham, Stevenage, Rotherham, I'm not gonna dwell on that too much. They weren't very good, and Steve Evans won't be happy. But yeah, Rotherham, Wrexham 1, Rotherham 0. A quick League One table review then, and we'll just gloss through this pretty quickly for this week, because there's not a lot overall happen. Shrewsbury and Cambridge both gone after they lost to Wigan, and who did Shrewsbury lose to this week? Exeter, respectively. Crawley, good point against Reading. Not going to keep them up, though, is it? Burton, the same. Losing to Bolton narrowly. 6 points the gap now. You're absolutely screwed, lads. Bristol Rovers will be fine under Calderon. So will Peterborough under Ferguson, even though they drew this week. Exeter under Gary Caldwell, could see getting sucked in if one of those sides do pick up eventually. Northampton, Mansfield, Wigan, Rotherham, all in that lower mid-table, but will be fine come the end of the season. Lincoln like their anti-football tactics yesterday, but they'll be fine when they get back to normal. Stevenage under Alex Ravel, the defence will keep them up, and they'll be mid-table for the rest of the season. Blackpool, outside shot at the playoffs, even though I know they're on the same points as Stevenage, but Steve Bruce has got more idea than Alex Ravel. Stevenage do. Barnsley, yeah, they're on a downward slide. So are Leyton Orient. Reading, outside chance at the playoffs. Huddersfield, the big team, getting knocked out. Bolton in 6th, in trouble, and yeah, Charlton will get in the playoffs along with Bolton. Bolton might get top 2. Stockport, I think, just playoff solidity, a bit like Sunderland in the Championship. Wrexham and Wycombe dueling out for the top 2, as Birmingham are going to get promoted and probably get 100 points. Yeah, but watch out, Wycombe v Wrexham next Saturday. Absolutely massive, massive game. So don't forget to watch that one at 3 p.m. next Saturday. So yeah, thank you, League One. Let's go onto the Championship. Into the Championship we go, and we'll start with Friday night's game in Norwich 1, Oxford 1. Gary Rowett absolutely loves a 1-1 draw, doesn't he, does Gary Rowett? And they'll take this, won't they? Absolutely, Oxford United here. Yeah, good point. They'll absolutely love it. Rowett will love it. Yeah, very good point. And they'll move onwards for this. And Josh Sargent getting the early goal for Norwich. You think that would have been the game done and dusted? No. It wasn't. Oxford fought back with Mark Harris up front. Norwich should have won this game. 15 shots to just a 3. A typical Gary Rowett away display, this one. Yeah, good point for Oxford. They'll be fine this season. I think they got Gary Rowett, gritty manager. Grinds results out. Only 7 points clear of Derby, but yeah, they'll be fine, Oxford, I think. And same with Portsmouth. But yeah, Norwich 1, Oxford 1. Coventry 3, Stoke 2. Coventry went into go 2-0 up against Mark Robbins' Stoke City. Frank Lampard side being pegged back though by Stoke by Gallagher. And Sam Gallagher getting 2-2 brace for Stoke City in this one in the 65th and 86th minute. And Coventry thought all their hard work could come undone. But no. And then, guess what happened? Bobby Thomas, in the 97th minute, went on and won this game for Coventry City. Very good win for them. Mark Robbins clapping the Stoke fans and some Stoke fans kicking off at the end of that game. They don't like losing. Only 4 points the gap to Derby now. Are Stoke in trouble? No matter who goes in there, they are always in a spot of bother as Stoke City, and they will eventually go down. Is this the season's Stoke drop under Mark Robbins? And you see Mark Robbins leaving there. As for Coventry, they'll be fine. They'll be in the playoffs. They'll get playoffs easy now, and 3 points clear Bristol City. But yeah, good win. Coventry, 3-2 winners over Stoke City and Mark Robbins. Watford 1, Millwall 2. Another big win for Alex Neil's Millwall, as Tom Cleverley is going to be under increasing pressure from the Pozzo owners, as they love to sack a manager. They've actually stuck by him this season. He's done a decent job, but yeah, that's really hampered Watford's playoffs hopes, this one. Unfortunately for them, Millwall, are they in a playoff shout? Alex Neil, very good coach himself, knows what he wants from certain sides. He's perfect kind of coach for Millwall Football Club, and yeah, stats wise, they were dominant. Watford had the better of the chances in this one, just couldn't finish. But then Millwall were definitely more clinical in the final third. Yeah, good result for Millwall, both mid-table sides, so they won't really bother about that one. Yeah, but a good result, and Ben Coburn getting the goal for Millwall, I believe, I think. Is it Ben Coburn or Josh Coburn? Josh Coburn, I always get them two mixed up. But you know what I mean. Millwall, good win under Alex Neil. And do they have an outside chance of the playoffs? Bristol City 1, Hull City 1, and I'm not sure how Bristol City haven't won this football match, or you could say it is classic Bristol City. 25 shots on goal, Hull having João Pedro sent off after scoring. I'm not sure why he got sent off. I might have to go and take a look at that, because, oh yeah, did he do a challenge, or was it just celebrate with fans? Because if so, that's a bit naughty. But, yeah, it does look a bit of a nasty challenge on the picture reel here. But, yeah, scoring and then getting sent off. Very clever not from João Pedro. Yeah, Bristol City really should have won this one and should have beat Hull. But they're still in the playoff fight. They're still in there. They're still fighting with West Brom, aren't they? Blackburn down to 8th. Yeah, just about. West Brom 55, 10 games to go. Bristol City still in the playoff fight and not 11th. Wow. But they only draw with Hull and Ruben Sellers, who look pretty safe to me. So yeah, Bristol City 1, Hull 1. Burnley 4, Luton 0. Well, this game was already wrapped up when Cal Naismith got sent off in the 19th minute and then Burnley went 2-0 up in the first half. Just shows you that Luton win against Portsmouth really wasn't a good one, was it? And yeah, they won't be happy with that. Burnley, however, good value, 4-0. Thank you very much. They'll take that. Ashley Barnes getting a goal as well for Burnley. Back at Burnley, isn't he? But this top 2 race is getting incredibly interesting. And when Sheffield United play Burnley in April, that is one we are all going to have our eyes on in the Sky Bet Championship. As for Luton, dim, horrible, dogged display. Absolutely horrible from Luton Town. They won't care. Will they care? They're going down. Burnley 4, Luton 0, and Burnley chase down the top 2. Derby 2, Blackburn 1. John Eustace getting one over on his Blackburn's side, and there's snakes being brought to the ground for John Eustace, and they're calling a wanker as well. Understandable, because why would you just leave somebody? I know, close to home, etc., whatever. All that bullshit. Can't stand John Eustace now, I don't know why. Good win for Derby, though. They've moved within 4 points of Cardiff City now. 4 points within Cardiff, and Stoke have 5 points within Hull. Will John Eustace keep them up? I think he will. I think he will keep Derby County up in this division, which would be nice because I would like to play Eustace and Derby next season for the same reception, probably, maybe. I think Eustace was liked a lot by our fans, though. But yeah, good win for Derby. Blackburn, however, really a bit sticky under Valerian Ismail now, aren't they? Are they going to get any playoffs? Where is their next win going to come from? But yeah, good win for Derby. Blackburn's hopes take another big dent. Derby 2, Blackburn 1. Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3. Really good result for Danny Rell's side. And yeah, not sure what's gone on here at Home Park. I thought Plymouth were usually pretty good there, but no, they've been absolutely trounced by Danny Rell and Sheffield Wednesday in this one. Poor, really poor from Plymouth in this one. Did they have the chances? No, they were absolutely diabolical. Only 11 shots in the whole game. Sheffield Wednesday took theirs. Plymouth didn't. Simple as, really. Own goal from Obeta, Callum Patterson scoring, and Gassama as well. Poor from Plymouth, really. Shea Charles getting man of the match. Brilliant midfielder. Brilliant for this level, I think, in my opinion. Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday, are they? Where are they in the league? They're still mid-table. Mediocrity under Danny Rell after those 3 losses on the bounce. They're always in the games, Sheffield Wednesday, unless they go to like a Burnley or somewhere. But that's not Danny Rell's fault because of Chansiri. But yeah, very good win. As for Plymouth, I mean, they are down, aren't they? They are down and out. But yeah, really poor performance from them. Katic, absolute baller at the back. But apart from that, dreadful. Plymouth 0, Wednesday 3. Sheffield United 1, Preston 0. Good win for Sheffield United. Heckingbottom going back there, but failing to succeed there. Sheffield United. Preston had the chances in this game, but Sheffield United had a few more than Preston did. But yeah, 1.4 expected goals for Sheffield United. Good value for money. Again, they are very good. And Tyrese Campbell scoring again for Sheffield United in a few games now that he's done that this season. He's usually always injured. He's very injury prone. Tyrese Campbell. Preston. Back line had a good game. The back 5 worked, but didn't work it good enough. But yeah, good win for Sheffield United. Keep that top 2. Keep the pressure on Leeds a little bit, as 2 points now separate the top 2, and Leeds have got Portsmouth today, which we will do a review for after the game has finished, so it will be included in the video. But yeah, good win for Sheffield United over Preston. Sunderland 2, Cardiff 1 at the Stadium of Light. Good win for Sunderland. Chris Mepham in the 77th minute getting the winner for Sunderland. It was a little bit of a scare when Cardiff equalised through Isaac Davies, but there they were fine after that. Stats-wise, Sunderland were much the better team. Very good compared to Cardiff. You've got to be clinical if you're Cardiff. They were clinical, but they just couldn't get the point on the win that they would have liked. Sunderland stay fourth, will stay fourth. I said in the League One review, it's a bit like Stockport. They're a bit like Stockport, a bit like Sunderland. Sunderland are a bit like Stockport, which is true because they're nowhere near good. I don't think they'll go to autos, no way. But they'll be at the playoffs. Sunderland by the end of the season. Yeah, good win, dominant display, and did back to Chris Mepham to score. But good win for Sunderland, 2-1 over Cardiff. Now we go to the Swansea.com stadium where they narrowly beat Middlesbrough and Michael Carrick. I think Swansea are still managerless, which they are. Michael Carrick's, the pressure just ramps up on him even more. 5 points off the players, they can still realistically get in there, but the injuries Middlesbrough have is still a very long list. Very injury-prone team in Middlesbrough, that's where they always seem to struggle to get in the playoffs. Good result for Swansea. They'll move just onwards slowly. I mean, they're not going down, they're not going up. So typical Swansea season. Are they going to get Russell Martin back? I think they're trying hard to get him back. Yeah, good win for Swansea stats wise. In this one, Swansea had more of the shots and probably deserved winners overall. But yeah, more pressure ramps up on Michael Carrick as Swansea beat them 1-0. West Brom 1, QPR 0. 10-man West Brom getting the job done with an Adam Armstrong penalty, the man that loves to score goals in the Sky Bet Championship under Tony Mowbray. Darnell Furlong getting sent off shortly after that, just on the 45th plus 3rd minute. QPR having the chances in this one. West Brom only had 2 shots all game, defended brilliantly, and then QPR only had the 1 on target, just not clinical enough in that second half. They were so dominant with Queen's Park Rangers, but just couldn't fire it in. Tony Mowbray will get West Brom in the playoffs. It's great to see him back in management, if I haven't said that already. Good result for West Brom. They'll just move on. They'll get top 6. QPR mid-table, don't really care. Bit of an irrelevant game. Armstrong just scored for the spot, and West Brom winning 1-0 as they always seem to do at the Hawthorns. Yeah, West Brom 1, Queen's Park Rangers. And the final game on Sunday in the Championship concludes with Portsmouth 1, Leeds 0. I've just watched this game. Portsmouth are very good in this game. Leeds just had all them chances. Schmidt kept them in the game with some absolute wonder saves for Pompey. Colby Bishop getting in through on goal, just dinking it over Meslier and going in off the post, inside of the post, and curling in. Leeds with some big chances at the end. Schmidt, brilliant saves from him. He was superb in this game. Colby Bishop with the only goal. Leeds, however, this really tightens it up at the top because Leeds, Sheffield United and Burnley all separated now by just the 2 points. And Leeds and Sheffield United are level on points. Yeah, Portsmouth, they're safe now. They're fine and they will survive in this league. Just wanted to finish up on this game and then we'll do the table review now. But yeah, good win for Portsmouth. They're safe. They're fine. Leeds need to watch out. Could they be bottling promotion yet again? A quick Championship table review then. Plymouth and Luton definitely gone. I think Matt Bloomfield, silly move from Wycombe to Luton. Miron Muslich's side and as well for Plymouth, they look gone to me. Derby, bit of hope under John Eustace, and I think they'll be safe. And I think Cardiff will eventually slip in under Omer Lisa. Mark Robbins, Stoke could also be floating around. They're a bit like us when we had the Chinese owners. They just spend a bit of money, but then just can't get the decent manager, but can't get playing. And it's happening for Stoke, unfortunately for them. Hull and Oxford on that floaty bubble of staying up / going down. Portsmouth is safe after that win against Leeds. Preston, Swansea, QPR, all your mid-table fodder. Sheffield Wednesday seem to be all right. I think they'll be fine. I think they won't get playoffs. They'll just be mid-table along with Millwall, Watford. Norwich dropping points gets Oxford. Bit annoying for them. They can't really push on to the playoffs. I don't think they'll get under there and under Hoftherup anyway. Middlesbrough, Carrick, inconsistent. Don't know what you're going to get. Don't think they'll get in the playoffs. Blackburn are just going to drop like a stone now. I said that a few weeks back. They'll drop like a stone under Valerian Ismail. I don't rate him as a coach. Bristol City, could you see them getting in the playoffs? They're the one of the sides I could see getting in the playoffs. I think it would be between Bristol City and West Bromwich Albion. And eventually I will see, I think, West Brom will get into those playoffs. Coventry are going to be cooking. They're going to be fine. Sunderland, yes, they'll be fine. Could they look at the top two again after Leeds has lost today? Maybe. And then top three, Burnley, Sheffield United, Leeds. What a run in that is going to be. It's going to be like Leicester, Ipswich, Southampton last year. This championship is also just as good as the other one. Thank you very much for watching. Quick word as well. Michael Duff has been sacked by Huddersfield. Expected. I thought it was. I said in the review earlier, Bristol Rovers, as I recorded it earlier on today. Bristol Rovers beating Huddersfield. Yeah, not good. Duff sacked. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and share with whoever you want. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all on the Premier League review tomorrow.